dust on the moon here. I realized that some of my previous videos, they were too long, like an hour long. So I wanted to do something different. For recap, I'm just gonna use this website, Basketball Monster, which is made by like another YouTuber, Josh Lloyd. A lot of people, basically use his website and his model for player ranking. So you guys are all welcome to use this site, and I'm just gonna kind of go over, each night which players perform the best and which players perform the worst instead of going game by game. Let's get into it. So last night there were a lot of games going on. The first ranked player yesterday is Drew Holiday. So you can actually see the website. They break down all 9 categories. You can pick which categories you want to see the values, and you can even pound categories if you want to. You can like if you're not worried about turnover, you just click on this and you won't see you can see the ranking without turnover. But for this video's purpose, we're gonna look at all 9 categories. So yesterday the best performer is Drew Holiday. 24 points, six threes, 3 steals, and 1 block, and great efficiency. Just looking at this chart, the only thing he was lacking is rebound, 3 rebound, but everything else is he had a monster game. Same thing with OG, who had 20 points, great efficiency, 63% shooting, 5 steals. That's why his ranking was so high. Like if you look at all the scores over here is the Z score. It means his steal numbers are I think 5.77 standard deviations above the average. That's basically what it means. Michael Porter Jr. also had a great game, great efficiency, 30 points, 10 rebounds. Nothing, 2 blocks, assists, and steals are lacking, but everything else is great. The encouraging thing is he played 40 minutes, which is scary because so far him and Barton has, those guys have been splitting minutes. But once Porter get 35 minutes a night, he's gonna be a monster. I think also Jamal Murray was out, but he's more of a point guard. But maybe they need more offense, so that's why Malone played him for 40 minutes. Andrew Wiggins, finally he bounced back, right? 38 minutes, 27 points. It's not like he shot like 60%. He only shot 47%, right? Which is slightly above his average probably. But his volume is there. 19 shots, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 threes, 1 steal and 3 blocks. They are all very, very nice. So if you have Wiggins and you haven't dropped him, good job, because he's gonna be better than how he started the season. Tobias Harris, that's a surprise. He was able to get 2 steals, 2 blocks. That's why his ranking was so high. And just kind of go down the list. Vucevic had a decent game. Joel Embiid, monster game. There were people saying Joel Embiid is, and Ban, they're pretty much the same value. It's just crazy talk. Monty Morris, because Jamal Murray was out. So this guy, pops off every time Murray gets hurt. Darren Fox, great game. Zach LaVine, Curry finally has been struggling shooting the ball. Did have 8 turnovers. So if we were pounding turnover, if we ignore the turnover, Curry's ranking is going to be higher for yesterday, right? Chris Middleton also a great game. A lot of other guys just going to go a little bit deeper. Jeremy Grant also. A lot of people think he's once his usage goes up in Detroit, his stats gonna suffer. But he has had a couple of good games. Great game so far, 3 steals and blocks. That's why the defensive stats really can boost your a player's ranking. Like having 3 steals is, let's say, like 2.86. Above standard deviations above the average. Like for points, you gotta score like 40 points to be like 35 points to be maybe 2.86 above the standard deviation. Like look at the points count. Anybody up So Curry scored 31. It's only 2.37. But like look at Andre Drummond, who had a monster game, 7.42 blocks. Like there are guys that just by having him on your team can win you points. But even you have like two Hardens, but the rest of the guys don't score at all. You're not guaranteed to win points. Speaking of Andre Drummond, another monster game. The defense stats just kept coming in. 3 steals and blocks. Free throws, is lacking. Joker kept his hot streak. Look at Joker's, like everything is so green. Right, had a lot of turnover. Oh my God, did he have 10 turnover last game? Yeah. Miles Turner continues his deep block streak. 3 blocks, 2 steals, and also getting 32 minutes, which is really encouraging. Who else performed? Everything else is kind of. Guess we didn't expect him. Larry Nance Jr. had a big game. Reggie Jackson, 22 because he got those 4 steals. Interesting to see Paul George without Kawhi Leonard. Did not have a big game. Did get 2 blocks, but only 18 points. He should usually get a big boost when Kawhi is out. That's not the case last game. Oladipo played decent. Rashawn Holmes, Cameron Johnson. This guy played well again, playing only 22 minutes, but the defensive stats are there. No turnovers. Let's go to like who performed really bad yesterday. Some of the names that like most of those guys they're not gonna be fantasy relevant, so you can ignore those. The only guy I've seen so far is Alfred Payton. That's why efficiency is really important. Like his stats don't look that bad. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, no defensive stats, but his free throw is attempted to made 0, had 5 turnovers, and his efficiency, his field goal is 40%. So just look at the chart. These 5 categories, I guess he didn't have a single block, but that's okay. But the efficiency columns really bad, even though his counting stats columns looked alright. Laurie Markkanen had a bad game, only 20 minutes. Did he get hurt or in foul trouble? Not exactly sure why he only got 20 minutes. Josh Hart is another guy that's I guess somewhat fantasy relevant. Did not do a whole lot. Didn't seem that a major player performed really bad last game. Sometimes like if you have a high volume guard have a bad shooting night, it could end up being like one of the last ranked players because he just throw your efficiency so hard. I guess Darius Bazley had a pretty bad game given his efficiency is so bad. Didn't do much else. Whiteside, let's go up the list, see who else played pretty bad. Just trying to see who. I guess Everett Bledsoe still struggling. Only 24 minutes now. If you still have him, obviously hold. He'll be better than this, but not looking so great so far. The first couple weeks. Another example is Ben Simmons. 11 looks really good, right? But somehow he shot the ball really poor. And his free throw, you're obviously gonna throw your free throw, and he's a high turnover guy. So, this model tells us that, he's the 108th guy for the night. But obviously, if you are punting, for example, free throw, his value is gonna go up a lot. Who else? Colin Sexton also had a somewhat rough night. Still put up 20 points. Anybody else noticeable? One thing I like to do is just to check like who got the most defensive stats, right? Because that's the stat that with the high variance. So let's just see who got the most steals. OG got 5, Reggie got 4. So so those guys, right? They kind of popped off, getting the steals. Zach LaVine looked really scary, got 4 steals. Larry Nance Jr., Andre Drummond got 3. Jeremy Grant got 3. Andre Drummond got 6 blocks. Yeah. Andre Drummond and Wiggins performed really well last night in terms of getting those defensive stats. That's why their rankings are so high. Oh, interesting. Nerlens Noel only playing 60 minutes, but giving you the 2 steals and blocks, right? So if a guy that give you nothing else, but give you a 2 steal and 3 blocks every game, that's good enough. That's good value there. He's ranked 58 for the night, even though he's negative everywhere else. So yeah, that's about all the things I want to talk about. I'm gonna try to do this every day, just quick, like 10-15 minutes of which players perform the best, which player perform the worst each night. All right, I gotta go. See you guys later.